Welcome to a news recap on Eyes of Africa TV, where we bring you news that made headlines through the week. The World Trade Organization has confirmed the reappointment of Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala as its Director General for a second term. In a post on X on Friday, the WTO announced that the decision followed a General Council meeting during which members unanimously agreed to extend her leadership. His second term is set to commence on September 1st, 2025, ensuring continued guidance under her stewardship. The Nigerian Army has released investigative journalist Fisayo Soyombo following public outcry over his arrest and detention. Soyombo was held for 3 days with the army alleging that he was apprehended at an illegal oil bunkering site. His release comes after the Foundation for Investigative Journalism disclosed on X that he had been in army custody for the past 3 days, sparking widespread concerns and call for his freedom. President Bola Tinubu has appointed Jamiu Abiola as the Senior Special Assistant to the President on Linguistics and Foreign Matters. Jamiu Abiola, a son of the late Chief Moshood Abiola, winner of the annulled 1993 presidential election, previously served as a special assistant to the president's special duties in the office of the vice president. This new role reflects President Tinubu's commitment to leveraging Abiola's expertise in linguistics and international relations. The federal government spent $8.8 billion in 2024 to repair vandalized transmission towers, according to Ahmed Abdulaziz, CEO of the Transmission Company of Nigeria. Despite arrest, efforts to prosecute vandals remain stalled as suspects are often granted bail, said Bolaji Tunji, advisor to the Minister of Power. Hopes for the resumption of operations at the Port Harcourt refinery have dimmed as the facility remains inactive days after a relaunch ceremony. Workers told newsmen on Friday that the refinery is undergoing calibration, which may continue into the new week. The refinery has faced repeated delays and missed deadlines in its bid to resume full operations. The naira depreciated to 1,745 naira per dollar in the parallel market on Friday, down from 1,740 on Thursday. And the Nigerian autonomous foreign exchange market, the currency also weakened, trading at 1,672 naira per dollar compared to 1,644 naira the previous day, reflecting a 27.83 decline. Dollar turnover in the market rose by 54.6%, reaching $254 million, up from $560 million on Thursday. In other news, the former Vice President Yemi Osinbajo has emphasized the need for political action to extend beyond protests to achieve meaningful change in impoverished societies. Osinbajo made the remarks on Thursday during the keynote address at the Technology, New Media, Citizens and Governance Conference in Lagos, organized by Enough is Enough Nigeria in collaboration with the budget. The event focused on the role of technology in shaping Africa's political future. Borno State Governor Babangana Zulum has opposed the tax reform bills proposed by President Bola Tinubu's administration, warning they could harm northern Nigeria. The bills, which prioritize consumption location for value-added tax sharing, have faced widespread rejection from northern governors, traditional rulers, and northern Elders Forum. Despite protests, the Senate advanced the bills to a second reading on Thursday amid a heated plenary session. The House of Representatives has confirmed Lieutenant General Olufemi Oluyede as the Chief of Army Staff. This confirmation came after the approval of the report by the ad hoc committee that screened him on Wednesday. The screening covered interagency relations and key military issues, according to the committee's chairman. The federal government is in talks with the World Bank for a $500 million loan aimed at improving rural access and agricultural marketing in Nigeria. The loan for the Rural Access and Agricultural Markets Project Scale Up will enhance connections between rural communities and broader markets, improving access to agriculture, schools, and healthcare. The World Bank is expected to approve the project by December 13, 2024. Also, the Nigerian government under President Bola Tinubu has saved $20 billion through the removal of the petrol subsidy and the implementation of market-based foreign exchange pricing. Wale Edo, Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, made the announcement during a recent ceremony in Abuja. Also, Finance Minister Wale Edo has described the recent engagement between President Bola Tinubu and France President Emmanuel Macron as a positive sign for Nigeria's economy. During Tinubu's state visit to France, key deals were signed between the two countries. Edo emphasized that Tinubu's ongoing economic reforms are setting the stage for stability and investment, signaling that Nigeria is open for business. Justice Alexander Owoye of the Federal High Court in Lagos has dismissed a fundamental rights suit filed by Okunaya Idris Olariwaju, also known as Bobrisky, against the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission. Bobrisky had sought 200 million naira in damages, alleging a breach of his rights. However, in a judgment delivered on November 28, 2024, Justice Owoye ruled that the claims lacked merit, as there was no credible evidence to support the reliefs sought. The Federal High Court in Abuja has rejected the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission's attempt to arraign former Kogi State Governor Yahaya Bello in the absence of his lawyers. Justice Emeka Wite adjourned the case to January 21, 2025, after questioning why Bello's legal team was not present in court during Friday's proceedings. Moving on to stories outside Nigeria, in Africa, the United Arab Emirates marked its 53rd Union Day with a reception hosted by Ambassador Mohammed Salem Al-Rashidi in Addis Ababa on November 29, 2024. The event, held at the Sheraton Hotel, was attended by Ethiopian government officials, African Union representatives, diplomats, international organizations, and business leaders. In his opening speech, Ambassador Al-Rashidi highlighted the UAE's progress since its formation on December 2, 1971. And finally, on the news, Senegal's President Bassirou Diomaye Faye has announced plans to remove French troops from the country. Stressing national sovereignty, Faye's statement to L'Ommad marks the first official call for the withdrawal of French forces, which have been stationed in Senegal since 1960. The move follows Prime Minister Ousmane Sonko's May 2024 criticism of their continued presence. And that's all we have for you today on News Recap. Join me again next week, 4 p.m. on Eyes of Africa TV. Bye for now.